June 5, WWDC, the world changed. I went to my room, I had a mango with me to delight myself in a possible headset announcement, and the annoying thing happened. Tim Cook just went on talking about the fancy new iOS features, new phones, new families, things no one cares about. I was getting frustrated. I was honestly thinking all this work I put in over the last few months on this course that I was releasing was going to the bin. And then this happened.
One more thing. So today, I'm excited to announce an entirely new AR platform with a revolutionary new product. And here it is.
The moment you saw the lady's eyes pop up from the headset, that signified an event that I was waiting for and preparing for the last 2 years. And in this video, I want to talk about how I'm preparing not only for the headset release 6 to 8 months time, but also beyond. What are the next steps that I'm planning? To give you a background, I am a software engineer and I work on iOS and Android apps for my daytime jobs. So from there, the first step that I'm going to take is to build a dream project, a dream idea that I had in my mind for a very, very long time that is really made only possible with a device like this. And why? Well, it's simple. Like I've been saying it over and over again on my channel, when a new platform, a new era arrives like this, if you come in early, you have a lot of advantage that people who come in later don't. Right now, it's like a dessert. Apple knows it. That's why they announced the headset during WWDC, which is a conference for developers, because they want developers to see their platform with useful content that people could consume later when the device becomes cheaper and more affordable. The next 6 months to, I would say, probably 2-3 years before the device could become mass market is the point where we should be building with an unfair advantage to our side, which is being early adopters. We saw this in the app era, right? In the 2008 when the iPhone came out and there was the app boom, there was a lot of crappy, simplistic app that made big, but they died down eventually as well. It's not the next iPhone moment because like the iPhone, this is not mass market yet. But my point is, if you have an idea or you want to build something that you think will be valuable in the long run, this is a great opportunity. I emphasize the long run, not a short-term get quick rich kind of thing. I'm going to build an idea that has been lingering on my mind for a very, very long time. But there's one problem. I'm not sure if there's a market for the idea because it's purely a work of the heart. The experimental, blue sky thinking, moonshot-like project, that's why I'm going to stage 2, the strategy 2, which is to recycle the waste into useful product that has market value. So stage 1 is to build this dream project on an emerging platform that has no market yet, but has great potential. And stage 2 is to recycle the waste of that endeavor by creating something that has value for the market right now. What do I mean? Well, it's summarized best by this quote by Naval Ravikant. Code and media are permissionless leverage. They're the leverage behind Newly Rich. You can create software and media that works for you while you sleep. Give away your best content and put the rest behind a paywall. Most do it the other way around. And what I mean specifically in this case by that is creating content around Apple AR, visionOS related stuff, which I've been doing for the last 2 years, but this time focusing on the visionOS, the spatial computing stuff with the headset. So while I'm building my dream idea, I'll be learning stuff, right? I'll be learning how the new APIs work. I'll be learning the intricacies to do with spatial computing, the UX, UI design, and all that stuff. That knowledge is not just useful for you building your own ideas out, but it's also useful for others. So that's recycling. Whatever you're learning while you're building, recycle into products that people will find valuable today. And this is not the first time I've done it. I've done this while I started my Apple AR journey 2 years back. And I can tell you from that experience, it holds true. While I was doing my PhD, that's when I started learning iOS development on the side because I had this vision that Apple AR will come out and this could become the next big thing. So I wanted to jump into iOS development because of that 2 years back. So I started learning iOS on the side, Reality Kit, AR Kit, and all that stuff. And I started sharing YouTube videos around it. That not only helped me connect with a lot of people who found it helpful and who are on very different journeys, but also it helped me in my own job search, my client work. You call them inbound leads. They come to you because you have this mini robots, mini videos working for you, distributing your message around while you're sleeping. You might have noticed a thread here. Step 1, I'm researching, I'm experimenting, I'm trying to break new grounds. And step 2, I'm teaching, I'm sharing what I'm learning through that. Researching, teaching. Can you think of an entity that does that? Universities, right? That's what universities do. They get a lot of their funding and money through teaching, and then they do groundbreaking research, blue sky projects, things that won't happen till probably 20, 30 years, the risky ones. And that's where the idea for me came about for Reality Uni. It's a company I registered. I have my first online course there out already for learning mobile Apple AR in preparation for the visionOS frameworks. And then future ones will come out. And also these experimental projects that I'll be doing will be coming under the research side of Reality Uni. So just like normal universities, it will teach through intro products and it will research by doing this experimental blue sky projects, all for this coming spatial era that Apple, I believe, is best positioned to tackle. That's my strategy for preparing for the visionOS, and I'm really excited. And you might wonder, why care about this, right? Like, why not just go through what we're doing now, stick with the present instead of preparing for the future. This quote by Jordan Peterson, I believe, sums it up pretty well. The straddle that fundamental duality is to be balanced, to have one foot firmly planted in order and security, and the other in chaos, possibility, growth, and adventure. So one foot you have in the present, your day job, your software engineer job, whatever job you have, the safe stuff that pays the bills, that brings the cash flow, and the other foot, you want to step outside, you want to have adventures, you want to explore the horizons. These are what side projects enable you to do. So that's the call to adventure here. The new era has arrived, and the time to build is now.